Hello, and GM community. This is the first episode of our podcast. I'm Benny along with Arturo. So we are gonna share an adventure and journey about our journey in crypto, and we are gonna share a lot of insights and educational stuff in this episode. I'm inviting veterans in crypto to share us their experience in crypto and what they are doing, how they want to evolve in crypto in general. So I'm really glad to start this with Arturo. So I'm gonna ask Arturo to a little bit explain about yourself and say hi to the community.
Hello everyone, GM. I'm Arturo Cantera, founder of Numbers Labs. Some information about me. I joined crypto in 2016, so I live across most of the things that happen in crypto, from the ICOs to the 2018 crash, where I lost most of my of my funds there, and then the big madness that happens with the NFTs, all of this, and now this upcoming or already started bull market. I think the question is when altcoin season, right? But yeah, so let's go ahead with the podcast. I'm really excited about doing this with you. We are going to try to bring a lot of educational content and also invite uh, experts here to the podcast. And let's go with this. So, um, what inspired you to make this podcast? I think is the question that we need to answer now in this introductional video.
Yeah, that's a really interesting question. So both of us we have to answer this question. So what really inspired me to start this podcast really is, I have been working in Web3 for more than 5-6 years now. So I discovered a lot of stuff over. I gained a lot of experiences throughout building and helping and accelerating other projects and people into Web3 and onboarding a lot of family, friends, and a lot of communities on crypto. So one of the things that's really underrated right now is educational content, how people can evolve around Web3, how they can start their adventure on Web3, because blockchain, Web3, crypto is something that it's a little bit complex in terms of technology, finance, and new methodologies that are happening, like decentralization, transparency, and scalability. So for some of the normal audiences, they may not understand all of these instruments very well. So the aim of this podcast for me is really simplifying this process of learning for the user, for the communities and audiences, that they can onboard on Web3 easier. So I'm really excited about. We are gonna share a lot of things about DeFi and on-chain primitives that are happening. That all of us we are building along this journey. Yep, that
Yeah,
is my inspiration. Yeah.
I think I totally agree with you on all the things that you say. When I started Prime Numbers, I was with a community that doesn't know how to connect a wallet, right? I chose XDC Network in the beginning, so I had a lot of work to do to be education this community, right? So also tired about this podcast about what is the next 1000x, right? Now I think crypto and blockchain is not about this. It's about creating something that is going to stay there to stay forever into the blockchain. And I think with education we can reduce the risks that crypto has, and make people feel safer about using DeFi, because DeFi is your best friend here into crypto. You can do whatever you want because your keys is the most important part here. So I think why we are focusing into DeFi and on-chain topics, and why it's so crucial in today's crypto landscape.
So yeah, that's a really interesting question. So I'm giving an example. So if you wanna participate in the stock market or doing investing on that, so you need to know finances, a lot of macroeconomic, a lot of things related to finance, right? and what's happening in the world and what are the effects to the finance world. So when it comes to crypto, same situation happens. People are dealing with technology stuff, setting up a wallet, as you said, a lot of complexities, both into technicals and using of the services that are happening. So I'm a true believer of DeFi and what are the things happening on the smart contracts. So I think this podcast is going to help people to get on board on DeFi easier by understanding the primitives, concepts, and then we are going to explain the projects, the successful projects in the market, what we are doing, what we are building, and yeah, gathering a community of people that's really excited about learning and starting their journey in crypto.
Absolutely, I share all the opinions with you. I think DeFi is one of the most important things into blockchain. I love creating decentralized economies, like you create your token or your own staking system, and you see how it grows, how the community start to using it. I mean, this is really my passion to be creating decentralized economies. So I think let's move to how do we plan to make this podcast educational and valuable for both type of users, retail users and also institutions.
Yeah. So as I said, so this gonna be a very simplified version, and somehow sometimes we go on the some deep on technical stuff, a lot of things. So this podcast aiming to diversify all the topics and covering all these topics around crypto to helping people to understand it better. So the plan is so really straightforward. We are picking up DeFi topics like stakings, farmings, I don't know, um, the lending, borrowing, and stuff like that. So I'm trying to explain the history of this, how they started, and how what's the situation right now. What are the leaders in the market? And we are trying to saying it and telling to the audience like a story. So that really helps people to keep engaging with, rather than if we talk about something technical, people start, I don't know, stop watching this podcast. So it's gonna be fun and cool and really community driven, I would say.
Yeah, 100% community driven, from trendy topics to inviting experts on all the fields here, from interoperability to trade finance, from all of these different scenes here. So I think since both of us have a big knowledge about the XDC network, maybe you can share about the story of XDC and what is XDC network.
Yeah, sure. So for some of the audience, maybe I should start a little bit earlier. So with the start of Bitcoin and Ethereum and a lot of chains, and now XTC is a layer one EVM compatible chain, and it's both focuses on enterprise adoption and retail adoption. So I started the idea, the story that I'm telling, because I joined XCC 20, 2023. So I heard a lot of things from the founders, the early communities. So the story that I'm gonna share is something that I heard and something that I experienced so far by my hands, right? So XCC started, the idea started since 2017 and with a white paper, and it got live on the mainnet since 2019. It's been over 5, 6 years now. XCC is on the mainnet, and we build a lot of community members around around crypto, and we are offering a lot of services in DeFi, and it's really community driven stuff. So along the journey, from what I heard from the early community members, they were saying that XCC has started fully community driven by hosting local events, going a lot of media stuff, and trying to ask people about the next direction. What's the next thing for XCC? This is how I believe the community driven project like XCC evolving around. And XCC is offering a unique technology, which is also EVM and also very suited for enterprises to get on board on it. And on the other hand, it has a very friendly DeFi ecosystem, that I believe, Arturo, you are building a lot of cool things out there. So yeah, I believe that it's like a hybrid blockchain from the technology level and in terms of business level. So it's gathering all the institution adoptions and also retail adoption all together, and you can name it XTC. That is XTC. So I think that was the very brief explanation of XTC and not too technical stuff. So maybe later we can invite some core members of XCC in technical stuff and talking about them. So if you guys are eager to know about it, leave us a comment and show your interest. So maybe we can invite people from the core team to come here and talk about XCC and technical stuff if you're interested in.
I think I can share something about the how XDC evolved since I joined XDC. It was 2021, if I'm correct. I started trying to build things on XDC. In this case, a special type of staking where you put tokens inside NFTs. What I found is something like totally empty. I mean, you had zero infrastructure there. You didn't have an NFT marketplace, block explorers that works good, Dex. You don't have you didn't have anything there, right? So when we started to create this staking system, we were needing a NFT marketplace, and by accident we created. I don't want to say the biggest, but the most used NFT marketplace on the network, right? And from this, I want to move to my really passion here in crypto, that is DeFi, and evolve the staking system at the same time. So we decided to let's go and build the next part of a network like XDC, because XDC needs DeFi infrastructure. XDC is about funding, moving around like really fast, right? So you need a lending and borrowing protocol. So finally, 2 years ago, we started building this lending and borrowing protocol that looks like it's going to make big innovation into SDC. So how evolve from nothing to now having most of the things that layer one needs, from good blockchain explorers, good decentralized exchanges, interoperability that is coming, liquid staking also is here, meme coins, launchpad for meme coins, like BB Pump, things like this. I think the future of XDC is now. I mean, it's starting now. 3 years ago, this was totally empty. I mean, the builders and the teams here can tell you how empty it was. But now is the moment to grow the TVL and the numbers. I think now we are on the really beginning of the XDC network.
Yeah, that's really important. Yeah, ecosystem is so important, and the infrastructure is more important. So XCC is so fast, and the gas fee is so low. So it's very suited for the businesses to launch on XCC because they can load a lot of transactions without a barrier, and the cost is so low. And in terms of infrastructure, we've done a lot of activities out there. So you can even have account abstraction, and which we'll cover later on the podcast, on the next episode maybe. So how it evolves around the crypto. So infrastructure is so matter, and now in 2025, it's so important time for XCC to really going forward in the DeFi market, because XCC, as I said, it's fast, it's low cost, and also it's well established in the institutions. So you can see the news out there. So who are the adopted institutions for XCC network? So I believe that the amount of capital that the institutions that are bringing to XCC, and with the DeFi infrastructure that people like Arturo and other people are building, it's so important that to hosting those kind of capital and going forward and bringing adoption to the crypto market.
Yeah, I think about real world assets, tree finance, all of these big monies are going to be using the tools that are going to be on XDC. I don't want to make this so much longer, but let's say about real world assets, all the real world assets that are tokenizing into XDC, moving across lending and borrowing protocols, decentralized exchanges. You can think about how big are going to be the transactions about the chain. So I think we don't need to make this longer because we are going to have a lot of episodes here with different people. I want to say that thank you so much for watching this first introductional episode, and we want to see you on the following ones. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel because this is community driving. The things that you need to know are going to be here. So whatever you want to know, just comment also.
Awesome, perfect. Yeah, as Arturo said, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave us a comment what's going to be the next for our next episode, because we are really inspired by the community and this effort is made for community, right? So, and for the ecosystem of crypto and somehow XCC community. So I'm really glad to have all the audiences here. So yeah, hope to see you all guys on the next episode.
Amazing. See you soon, everyone. Bye bye.
See you soon. Ciao.